Glendale police officer Bradley Jones was remembered for his smile, his work ethic, and his love and devotion to family. The 26-year-old officer, a 4-year veteran, was shot and killed while accompanying a probation officer to a meeting with a convict. Jones became the third Glendale officer to die in the line of duty. He leaves behind his wife, Cindy, and 2 young children, Madison and Wyatt. More than 300 police officers, city officials, and residents paid tribute at a candlelight vigil at the Glendale Public Safety Memorial.
We are here tonight to honor Officer Bradley Jones and the ultimate sacrifice he made in an effort to keep our community and our citizens safe. Tonight, we start the process of honoring his memory and his heroic actions to the community he served. Tonight, we formally start the grieving process for a true son of America, the state of Arizona, and the city of Glendale.
Brad has wanted to be a police officer all his life. He comes from a big family. There are many cops in the family, including me. I was one of the ones that was blessed and worked 37 years and got to come home every night. His children wonder where he is and when he's going to come home.
Little did he know, this one is dressed in blue. Arriving on scene, he knows just what to say. Follow me, fallen brother. I'll show you the way. Your duty has ended. Your work is now through. Come walk besides me, brother. I am a police officer, a cop too.
He loved being a police officer. He loved getting dressed and go to work. He loved putting on his uniform, and he kept it spotless. And that's the way that he lived his life. He honored the badge that he wore. He honored the department and the community that he served. He honored his wife and his children and his family.
Let's begin to light our candles. But watch how light begins. With just one candle, there is more light. And with every candle that is added, the light becomes brighter and brighter. But remember, just one candle in a dark place dispels the darkness. So do not think that you cannot have an effect because you are just one person. Let that light of yours shine. Brad shined. Brad loved family and friends. Brad loved being a police officer, and he was an excellent officer. He always let his light shine. Someone tried to extinguish Brad's light, but they failed. Brad will not be forgotten.
2 days later, a memorial service followed at Christ Church of the Valley. Prior to the service, Glendale Police Chief Stephen Conrad shared his thoughts on such a somber occasion.
This is a tough day for our department, for our city. Last weekend, Glendale lost a hero. Brad Jones was a good man. He was a good police officer. He has a great sense of humor. From the pictures that we've shown, you'd think the kid never smiled. The truth is he smiled all the time. He was a wonderful, wonderful man. He had an incredible work ethic. He had a reputation for being someone who never quit, never gave up. But more than missing a great police officer, Brad was a great family man. He truly, truly cherished his wife and his 2 little kids. He was close to his parents, his brothers, his sister. In visiting with them over the past few days, we learned just how special he was to his entire family. I can tell you that our department will always miss Brad. The city will miss Brad, but I can promise you all, we will never, never forget Brad and the sacrifices that he's made for the safety of our city.
Sergeant Brett Combs, who spoke regularly with Jones, offered insight into the type of person he was.
He's a man, but he's still, such a kid. Just wanted to be involved in everything and anything he could be, willing to lend a helping hand to anybody. He's one of those guys that you don't ever not see a smile on his face, It's a lot of times when we're working, this kind of job that there are very bad times. And Brad's the kind of guy you look to and he can always pick you up.
Law enforcement officers from more than 30 agencies were there to show their support for the fallen Glendale officer. They came from as far away as New York City and Calgary, Canada, underscoring the importance of paying their respects.
It's very important, especially as us as an honor guard, to come out here and honor our fallen brothers. Even though they're from a different state, we're out here to support that he's fell and to honor him the best that we can.
My son is a police officer for the Peoria Police Department, and he went to the academy with Officer Jones, and when this happened, he had called me right away. And so I'm here to support him and Jones and the family.
A lone bagpiper led the procession into the church. Motorcycle officers from several agencies formed two columns as Jones's flag-draped coffin was wheeled into the church, followed by his family, relatives, and friends. An estimated 3,500 mourners were in attendance. They learned that Jones grew up wanting to be a police officer. They learned of his passion for his job and for those whose lives he touched. And they learned of his love and devotion to his family.
He was liked and loved by so many. That giving me the honor to speak here today was something that I'll forever cherish. Brad was not only an exceptional officer who carried himself with the utmost integrity, respect, and genuine desire to help others, but he was also a true friend. My biggest heartache is that I won't have him around to share more laughs with. I admired him, not only as a person, but especially as a father. Although I'm not a father myself, I know that when I am, I can hope to be just like Brad. Brad was great with his kids. Maddie and Wyatt are two of the most beautiful children I know. And it's a cruel world to see their father taken away so early. When it comes to Brad's work ethic, patience and positivity are the first things that come to mind. I will carry Brad in my heart and by my side as my 907 for the rest of my career and the rest of my life.
Although I only knew you for the past 6 years, it definitely feels like I knew you longer. But within those years, you demonstrated how to love, care, and how to be the best person you can possibly be. I enjoyed every single second I was around you. I guess it is true that life is not the breaths you take, but the number of moments that take your breath away. You'll always live because, as you say, a hero remembered never dies. I love you so much, Brad. I'm truly thankful for everything you've ever done for me and my family. You were and are everything to me.
Brad is a kind, gentle, loving man who is always willing to do something for others without recognition. Once, while visiting with his older brother Richard, Brad learned that his brother, who loves to put together large Lego models, really wanted the 5,300-piece Star Wars Imperial Star Destroyer. Did I get that right, Richard? Okay. Without any fanfare, Brad went out and bought that $400 kit and presented it to his brother on Christmas. In late October of 2004, Brad met the love of his life, Cindy. She says it was love at first sight, and they began dating right away. She said Brad treated her like a princess. He was kind, gentle, respectful, thoughtful, always opening doors for Cindy. As a matter of fact, telling her not to get out of the car until he could come around and open the door for her. Cindy, I want you to know that I've raised my sons with the motto, happy wife, happy life. You were blessed to have a husband who learned that early on. You're going to see a video shortly about how much fun and love they were able to cram into 6.5 short years.
My message is brief because I don't feel that I could speak too long. Forgot. I would like to thank all who have shown support for my family and my son, Bradley Ryan Jones. Your prayers and actions have been tremendous in helping our family through this difficult time. We've had many blessings in our life, and our children, above all, are our most cherished. Bradley will be greatly missed by all. I would like to thank the Glendale Police Department for all they have done to honor our son. Especially those who risk all to remove him to a safe location to expedite his care. We are extremely thankful for the quick apprehension that has allowed us to have some closure. I'm thankful for all the paramedics and the medical team at St. Joseph's Hospital who tried desperately to save Brad. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. We hope that their burden may be light, as we know all that could be done was done. Bradley was called home to his Father in heaven. Although his time here was short, his memory will be ever etched in our minds. We love him beyond measure, and his unselfish service has allowed him to return with honor. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Okay, pass them out, guys. Thanks for coming out today.
Following the service, a convoy of more than 100 motorcycle officers led the long procession to the officers' final resting place, Phoenix Memorial Park. The route passed by Mountain Ridge High School, where students and teachers numbering in the hundreds lined 67th Avenue. They proudly waved American flags in a salute to Officer Jones. It was important to them to show their respect and to pay tribute to an officer who served the community so well.
I think it's pretty cool just because we're at school and just it shows the support that the community can come together in this time.
It's pretty important. I know a lot of people that are cops, and so it
kind of hits home a little bit.
Yeah.
It's extremely important for all of our students to recognize the value of law enforcement. This is what civilized society is all about. This is an opportunity for them to pay homage to a fallen soldier whose job on a daily basis is to make our lives safer.
We need to support our officers. They're the foundation of the entire city, and they pretty much run everything. They protect us, and we need to be out here to support them.
Honestly, it's just one of those experiences that to be able to share with my students so that they can really see the impact that some of our officers make on the state is really kind of rewarding, to be able to offer them some sort of respect for the service that they do provide us.
From 67th Avenue, the funeral procession traveled east on Loop 101. Scores of law enforcement patrol cars followed behind the hearse. They were from such places as Avondale, Bullhead City, Chandler, Cottonwood, Lake Havasu City, Mesa, Phoenix, Payson, Peoria, Tucson, Yuma, Wickenburg, and Winslow.
Well, God bless America.
Some mourners stationed themselves on the 59th Avenue overpass to pay their respects to Officer Jones. Upon arriving at Phoenix Memorial Park, a riderless horse with boots reversed in the stirrups followed the hearse into the cemetery. The ceremony included a presentation of the flag to the family, a flyover of helicopters with a plane out of formation, symbolizing a missing man, and a 3-volley salute.
This is the last call for Officer Bradley Jones, serial number 15227. 36 David. 36 David is 1023 at 200 West Beardsley. 36 David is 107. Good day, sir. Rest in peace. You will be deeply missed. All channels will be clear. 1358. WNGB 248.